Hey, this is Roshonda Buchanan, Dr. Roshonda Buchanan with 2Unique magazine, sitting here with Ben Stevens from a family business. I see that it's Carl Weber
Yeah.
Presents a family business novel. Tell us a little bit about your book.
The book is Curtis Duncan. He's a bounty hunter on the show, and in the book he's called to Washington D.C. to capture a Haitian crime boss. While he's in D.C., he gets tangled in a web of dirty politics and corruption, and so he has to navigate himself out of that, and also still capture the bounty.
That's amazing. So when you think about the deceit that takes place, we always think about different cities. We think about politicians and
Right.
leaders. So what is your spin or your thoughts about the realness of how this book touches on what we face today?
Yeah, I think it was crazy as I actually wrote the book when we was filming New Orleans, and I wasn't even thinking about the politics today. I don't even think he was even in office at that particular time. So it's real similar to what's going on in today's politics, to be honest.
Okay.
So it's crazy.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about you and your background, and tell the readers or the listeners, how do you give back to your community?
Well, I'm from Washington D.C. That's where I grew up, and I live in California now. Wife, 4 kids, 1 woman.
Awesome.
And so and I love to give back.
Okay.
I love to give back to the kids. I feel like what's the Bible verse? Much is given, much is required.
That's it.
Yeah. So truly blessed, and and I love to give back, and I love to do this.
Okay.
I really love to really touch the fans, because the fans is the ones that really keep us on TV and allow us to do what we love to do.
Yes. And that extends into my next question. There are so many kids. I know with me having a 501c3 nonprofit organization, working with youth through various apprenticeship programs. One of those programs is Musician Artist Development and Specialist. So those kids are able to tap into music and acting, things of that nature. What is one thing that you will tell kids today that may be different from the times that you and I were?
Right. Well, I don't know if it's so much different, right? What I would tell them is do the best you can as far as whatever it is, right? Whether it's music or acting or whatever they're in, I would tell them to learn as much as they can about the craft and master the craft, right? Especially for an actor, right? You tell them, don't worry about, you got to enjoy the process of getting better as an actor. Like when you go into these auditions, don't worry about booking the role. Yeah, everybody wants to book the role, right?
Yes.
But the most important thing you want to do is actually leave an impression, right?
Yes.
So if the casting director likes you, they're going to keep calling you back. You might not have booked that role because the role wasn't perfect for you. You know what I'm saying? It's perfect for somebody else. And so I would say learn the craft and always know what's yours is yours, right?
Yes.
And never give up.
Awesome.
That's what I would say.
That's good advice. How would you tell someone how they can get into this line of work? Seems like it's a little bit easier now, or more accessible to than it was years ago. But there could be some challenges along the line. So what would be your advice if someone wants to act or sing in these days?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, right? There's so many different avenues you can do now, right? You don't have to wait for somebody to say that you're good enough to do it, right? We have YouTube, we have the internet, we have the camera phones, right? We have phones now that you can actually shoot, and it looks really, really good. You know what I mean? Like, do some stuff together with your friends, especially if they in a program, right? You go get the cameraman, you get your actor, you get your writer, you get your producer, you just do stuff together. You know what I mean? and just get better that way, you know. And then like you get somebody like Issa Rae. Issa Rae started off. She had a YouTube show called I think it was Awkwardly Black Woman or something like that. That she was shooting on YouTube, and then from YouTube she got insecure. Yeah, and even the what's my girl name that started Abbott Elementary. She had a YouTube page too, you know. And so I would tell, don't wait, right? Use what you got. You know what I'm saying? And learn the craft and master the craft.
Okay, awesome. And we got one last question for you. What makes you unique? What set you apart when you got in this industry?
I think the one thing that kind of sets me apart is that I try to stay authentic.
I love it.
You know, I don't want to, when I'm on screen, I don't want to come across like I'm acting. You know, I want everything to be real and authentic.
And natural. I love that. Thank you. It has been a joy to sit here and interview you. Thank you so much. This is Rashonda Buchanan, again with 2Unique magazine. Always remember that you two are unique.